Hey, welcome back. Thank you for clicking the video. Like, subscribe, do the whole YouTube thingy. All right, here we go. We're looking at Wolverine number 34 today. And Larry Hama is on the scripts, and Mark Silvestri is on the pencils, and we are in for a treat, I tell you. Splash page, Wolverine's in Canada, and he's just camping out. He's in between missions or something. Next thing he's coming back to his campsite. These guys pull up from the park rangers or I think it was RCMP. I think it's the Mounties or the Canadian Mounties or something. They're like, "Hey, buddy, you don't have a tent, a bedroll. What are you doing out here alone?" They got the gun pointed at him, and he's like, "Hey, no call for a lock and load, buddy." Um, and then they start talking, and they're like, "Well, we're out here looking for a guy," and they have the wanted poster out here. They explain they're looking for Ike. He left, kidnapped the girl. He was at a trial date. He got a gun from the deputy, shot a deputy, kidnapped one of the girls, and took off on with her Jeep. Wolverine sniffs the air. The wind shifted. And he's like telling those Mounties that, hey, he's on foot. He's going. And he's got a young girl with him. And they're like, you can know all that by just smelling the air. And he's like, yeah, but if he gets through this pass, we're never going to find him. He's like, you must be like a Blackfoot Indian or something, or kind of breed or something. He's like, huh? Wish I knew. Because he doesn't know what Wolverine doesn't know what he is, or because he can't remember. And then they kind of join up with him. They are like, you want my help tracking them, and they're like, yeah, he'll help them. They're driving in the car. One of the older men from the Mounties, telling a story about there's a legend of a monster in the woods, and Wolverine is sitting back listening to it, and the guy says he took a shot at him, and then he followed the blood trail of it, and his buddy, he's like, hey, he's like, hey, stranger, you're really good at that tracking. And Wolverine's just like, hey, I'm the best at what I do. Because, Wolverine is the best at what he does. Next thing you see, Ike, he's dragging the girl. He's lighting a cigarette. He's, come on, girl. you don't hurry up. He's threatening her. And he's like, in the distance, he sees the light. He's like, get down. Don't you move. I'm going to use you as a shooting rest. He's got the guy driving the truck. You see the reflection of the windshield. He shoots, crack, bam. It hits the dude driving the truck. He's dead. The bullet shoots through his seat, passes through his leg, Wolverine's leg. He's like, ow. And it goes through the gas tank. Truck crashes. He's getting the other guy out that's alive. He's like, what about Morris? He's dead. Gotta go before bloom. Wham. The truck blows up. They get out of there. Let's see. I go flush. The old man's having a flashback because the Wolverine said said something. He's like, "There's a high-powered sniper rifle or something." And he's having a flashback because he remembers that guy's voice. He's like, "Where did I hear that voice before?" And he's having a flashback from when he was in the air patrol, jumping out of a plane. I believe it says British Airborne right here. And now Wolverine's changing in his outfit, and that's a good little panel right there, you guys. It's good art. And he's asking him, he's like, "Hey, are you some kind of superhero? You some kind of superhero or something?" And Wolverine's like, "Yeah, what about it, bub?" So anyways, they're like, "Hey, they're not too far. We can still catch up to them, but they're behind us." So anyways, they're walking down this path, this water or something. I don't know why they're walking in the water. But then they hear the monster in the woods. So it's this wolf, this werewolf creature comes out, and they're like, "I can't see nothing. This guy could be right on top of him." And guess what? The dang thing was right on top of him. Splash. He jumps on Wolverine. Wolverine says, "I can't. It's too dark. I can't get a shot. I need a light." Ike hears all this, the stuff. He's like, "Wow," and she's like, "That ain't no wolf. That ain't." She keeps on telling him, "That ain't no wolf." So Wolverine's fighting the werewolf, and he's like, "Don't stand there. Shoot him." So the guy clicks on his light, illuminates the panel. That's a good panel. He's got his arm in the mouth of the werewolf right here, and then he's like, "Kill that light." So as he says that, he's like, "Oh crap, Ike has his sniper gun." He's like, "Oh, just great. Now I know where he is." We got another panel, right? Good little panel right here. The wolf slashes Wolverine, and kapow! Ike shoots the other Mountie. The flashlight hits the ground. Then the Mountie guy hits the ground. The police officer. Good panel. Good artwork. Larry Hama and Sylvester working really great on this. This is all these panels are just, they flow so well together. I suggest anybody who hasn't looked at this, pick up a copy. It's cheap. It's like $2-3. So as the old man is laying here dying, he's having a flash. He's gonna have some flashbacks. There's a lot of flashbacks in this thing. So he's having a flashback. The wolf is getting illuminated by the thing, but the wolf is even having a flashback. Wolverine's having a flashback. This guy, that he remembers he was a paratrooper, and he was underneath, he's upside down, so he couldn't see. He didn't know if he was going to cut himself down, fall 50 feet or 20 feet or 3 feet. So he clicks the light, and just right then when he clicks the light, he said, "Kill that light." So then he's putting the two and the two together. He killed the light, but it was too late. The Nazis already discovered him. They're coming to him. And then the old man remembers seeing the corporal that he was with that told him to kill the light, rush in to fight him. Now Ike's still back here. He's taking a shot at the werewolf. And then Wolverine's having kind of like a flashback of this thing, because the old man told him that he took a shot at this werewolf earlier. And so Wolverine actually discovered the werewolf, and he had a trap. Wolverine sneaks up on him, freeze them, freeze the trap, and this is all before all this comic happened. He sneaks up, freeze the wolf, the wild animal, the wolf man, whatever. They didn't really go into explanation of what that is. And then he drags it off. So because he's dragging it off to keep whoever trapped this animal, to keep the off its trail, to save the animal. Now we're going back after he just shot that wolf, the werewolf thing. The girl that he kidnapped kicks the gun out of him, and she takes off running. Where the werewolf is like, "Oh crap! I got shot. I'm getting revenge now." So he's climbing up the hill. He doesn't want anything to do with Wolverine because he remembers Wolverine saving him. So he's like, I don't have a quarrel. I don't have a fight with you anymore, bud. Wolverine's like, man, I gotta go get that girl. I gotta go save him. And then Wolverine's making a quarrel, and he's like, I know that lean over walk, and that was the guy he shot at. He was telling Wolverine the story earlier. He shot at the wolf, but it was actually Wolverine that he shot. Because he was dragging the thing. The trap. So he's laying down, dying. And he's like, he's talking about the corporal, and I can't remember his name. Blah, 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 blah. So she's getting away. She runs into the wolf that was climbing up the hill. Ike, the antagonist in the comic, he's looking for his lighter. He's like, I can't find my gun. It's too dark. Click, click. As soon as he finds it, boom. The werewolf is right in front of him, ready to grab him. He's like, eat, eat, rip, rip, crack, pop, crunch, 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 crunch. Down here, he's getting tore up. Now we're back. Flashback to the old man that's dying. He's looking. He's remembering that the corporal. What was his name? I can't think of his name. He was in the mix of the Nazis and just whooping them and killing them with a knife. It was just the craziest thing he's ever seen in his life. And then he was like, oh, I can't remember his name. What was his name? And this right then and there, Wolverine comes back with the girl. He's like, Logan. He finally remembered the guy's name, Logan, the corporal, and Wolverine's like, his gloves are all tattered and beat up, and he's like, God, he's dead. And then Wolverine, this is such a great panel. He's like, how did he know my name? He's like, because he doesn't remember it. Because of the Weapon X programs and on all the stuff that he was in. And he doesn't remember anything about his past. He's just, I don't know, how did that guy remember? How did that guy know my name? I don't remember who that guy was. Good read of a comic. Everything they did on this, they were firing on all cylinders. They did a really good job on this. Larry Hama and Silvestri. I don't know if they did a lot of Wolverines together, but it'd be something good to look at. All right, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.